Maybe this will remind us not to say things that you may think it's funny. You may think you're being relevant. You may think you're being thoughtful. You're a philosopher, whatever. You say this kind of stuff because somebody's listening. I mean, look at that piece of garbage, Tim Walz. He ran for vice president last year, and this year he's making death wishes against the president of the United States. Someone from another country. I'm not going to say which country it is because we're the United States, so it doesn't matter what other countries' laws are. But they were saying that if that happened in their country, he would never have said that because they would have just grabbed him and pulled him out of the crowd, and he would be no more there. But she was saying she was kind of wondering why the people of Minnesota are such meow meows kitties. You can't say the word. I already have one warning for saying another word to describe that my friend who was this, and it has to do with when you get your, let's say you take a shower and the water gets on your back, a word for people that were in Mexico swimming across the Rio Grande and came here. He said he was that term, and now he is. I was one of the witnesses for him for his work visa or his green card, whatever. I was a witness to that. He worked for me. Did I know he was of that status? I did not know. He never told me. I just knew that he didn't speak much English when he got here. He was living with his brother, who had been here for about 2 years and worked for my friend who had another one of these restaurants that I worked for. And so I didn't know, but we're like I said, we're not the immigration police. We're not the ID police. If someone hands me an ID and it says his name is John Smith and he lives on 123 Main Street, Anytown, USA, that's what we do. Back then we had a fax machine. We had fax orders, and they had a copier capability, or we had to go to the liquor store next door and pay 10 cents to get a copy of the license, and we put it with his records. We fill out the paperwork and we send it into the IRS and all that. But yeah, you gotta be careful. We got idiots like Tim Walz. He's a prime example. He's a recent other politicians, other things like that. But where the lady said, this lady was from Sweden, and she said the reason they won't do anything about that, about Tim Walz in Minnesota, is in our country we know that if you're from Minnesota, you are a meow meow. You're a you know what you are. You have a gay governor, and you want to do whatever you can to protect that gay governor. His wife has mental illness. His son has autism. His daughter, the whole family is just garbage. Don't do anything to them, but I think we all know now what they're all about. So be careful what you say, please.